just because her father-in-law refused to give her any property during the inheritance split. The woman rushed to the hospital the next second and canceled the $8 million she had advanced for his life-saving treatment. On New Year's Eve, the whole family sat around the table, celebrating the old man's successful fight against cancer and discharge from the hospital. The eldest and second daughters-in-law toasted him one after another. Their words were sweet as honey, making him beam with joy. When it was the third daughter-in-law's turn, she said she had already paid the $8 million treatment fee the hospital required and hoped the new year would completely cure his cancer. Her words instantly darkened his face. He felt mentioning cancer during the holiday was bad luck. She tried to explain, but he cut her off. The next second, he took out several property certificates and announced a piece of great news. He would distribute his houses to the daughters-in-law. The eldest got a Seaview apartment. The second got a school district apartment. Even the fourth son's fiancée received a downtown wedding home. Only the third daughter-in-law got nothing. He said she and his third son earned high salaries and could afford their own house. Hearing this, her heart sank. She was about to speak, but her husband stopped her, telling her not to cause a scene during the holiday. The other two sisters-in-law mocked her from the side. She could not hold it in any longer. She shook off her husband's hand and stood up to question them. She had spent $8 million to save him. Did she not deserve one house in return? What she received was cold sarcasm. Even her father-in-law agreed with them, telling her to be more broad-minded. At that moment, she saw their true colors. She turned and left without another word. After she left, they continued gossiping behind her back. Her husband even smiled along, saying she was just throwing a small tantrum. He angrily chased after her, accusing her of being unreasonable and embarrassing him. Looking at her husband, she felt like he was a stranger. The $8 million had come from selling the only property her parents left her, yet he did not care. All he cared about was his pride and his father's health. Her heart completely died that night. Early the next morning, she went to the hospital. She took out the agreement she had, signed as the sole investor and decision maker, and demanded to terminate the top-tier treatment plan immediately. The nurse warned her repeatedly, once terminated, his condition would rapidly worsen. The $2 million already spent would be wasted, but she signed without hesitation. Back at home, the family was still complaining that she was not there on the first day of the new year. Suddenly, a call from the hospital threw the house into chaos. When they learned the treatment had been stopped, the old man trembled with rage and coughed up blood, almost fainting on the spot. The whole family turned on her, calling her a vicious woman trying to kill him. They all knew they could not afford the expensive treatment themselves. Furious and humiliated, the old man ordered his son to make her restore the treatment or get a divorce. They naively believed threatening divorce would make her give in. The man stormed into her apartment, trying to drag her to the hospital. She coldly shook him off and pointed out, since his older brothers had received houses worth millions, they should sell them to save their father. He was left speechless and could only curse her as heartless, threatening divorce again. But instead of begging, she gave him a cold and firm reply. Meet at the Civil Affairs Bureau on the 8th day of the new year. He returned home empty-handed. The old man still refused to admit fault. He ordered all the sons and daughters-in-law to gather outside her apartment and let the neighbors see this unfilial daughter-in-law, hoping public pressure would force her to compromise. Facing the aggressive family, she showed no fear. She fired back at each of them. When you received the houses, you were all smiles. But when it is time to pay for a life-saving treatment, you gang up to morally blackmail me, trying to make me the fool who pays the bill.